What's up, Moon Lords? We're back with another financial astrology update video on AMC that we do each and every week. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon and Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. What's good, family? What's good, Moon Lords? It's been quite a journey. The full moon pop was a pop down, but we did see it coming. And now we're heading towards this new moon that's going to be happening on the 6th of September, or no, October 6th. So we have another week of this BS to me before we start seeing some really good movements back to the upside, okay? But we can see on this week we started a waning period. And we know that on the waiting periods are more than likely to go down based on historical movements on AMC with the moon phases. We know AMC tracks the moon phases. It moves a lot with the moon during this journey. And yeah, we had that full moon and it's brought us down. And now we are in the waning period. And we know the waning period is a time where we're either going to drop a little bit and then consolidate and then go back up on the new moon. We've done this several times. And that's what we're doing right now. So last week I drew in a line, this yellow line right here. And I said that's probably anything underneath that yellow line is probably a buy. We had it at the $39 mark. We can see on the actual full moon, we did go underneath that. The next day we did as well, and then we started going above it. So that to me is good. Okay, we dropped all the way down to $37 at one point, but it was only for a little bit. You can see here. Okay, so yes, anything under 39 is a buy, because we more than likely will finish this phase above that, or somewhere around it, and then on the new moon we'll definitely, hopefully, be back above that $39 level. And it does look like 40 is really like the new bottom for AMC. So it makes total sense. Now, since we dipped so much further, we dipped like $2 underneath 39. I went ahead and I drew this line over here, okay, because this was the full moon pop, but it is a low right here, and there's actually another low right there. But I really don't think we're gonna go that low. But if it was maximum lowness, it would be around the $34 mark, okay? But that full moon pop brought us all the way up here. So I really think that stock will respect this $36 mark, okay? Now let's look at some indicators. Okay, so right on that full moon, we started squeezing down, okay? But we can already see that we're starting on the MACD. The selling pressure is a little bit less. All right, so that's looking pretty decent. All right, the selling pressure already hit its maximum according to the daily candles right there, and hopefully we start squeezing up to the green side in the near future. On the stochastic is starting to head up too, and the blue line crossed the orange line down here. So that's looking like we're definitely headed towards this new moon. And hopefully by this new moon time, we're starting to head towards these green MACD selling pressure, right? Or buying pressure, excuse me. So yes, it looks like we're in good shape for this new moon that's going to come not next week, but the week after that on Wednesday. We are still a little bit underneath neutral on the RSI. And to me, we're just going to simply be consolidating around this area, okay, and waiting for that new moon. All right, so I am going to look at the stars, but I'm going to make this one really quick, okay, because, you know, to me, the foundation of what's going to happen on AMC is always going to be the moon phases. And it being a waning period, and it's clearly hitting a downtrend on this waning period, it's hard for me to put too much emphasis on really good aspects in the stars because we're in a waning period, and AMC likes to move with the moon. But we're going to check it out. I'm going to just tell you guys what I see in the stock as far as like what's happening with the company. I'm not going to focus on the price predictions because I'm not excited for that until this new moon. And hey, just so you guys know, if we do pop during a waning period, I am okay with it. I'm okay with us popping at any time. But based on historical movements, AMC is not going to pop until we get back on the new moon phase. All right, let's check out the stars. Welcome to the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. Okay, so I have Monday pulled up, 9:30 a.m. We're looking at September 27th. And the biggest thing right off the bat is on Monday, we enter a Mercury retrograde. This literally just went retrograde. You guys know Mercury retrograde is a big deal. I have made a video last time this happened a few months back. And some of those things played out. So I do suggest you watch that. However, I'm pretty sure tomorrow, Monday, or not tomorrow, this is Saturday. On Monday, me and Emily are going to go live. And we're going to talk about this Mercury retrograde because it's going to be a huge factor in life right now. In general, it probably will affect the stock. And people should just know what to expect during the Mercury retrograde and how to take the appropriate precautions. Okay, so check us out tomorrow, or excuse me, on Monday for Mercury retrograde live readings for you guys. Okay, but yeah, we're entering a Mercury retrograde dead smack on Monday, and it's sextiling the sun of AMC. So long story short, Mercury is the planet of processing, communication, getting things done, intelligence, and when it goes retrograde, it's a time for us to go back and retune things, reflect on things, potentially redo things. Okay, and Mercury does have a lot to do with communication, so it's a time where we are potentially recommunicating things, but you have to be really careful on communication during a Mercury retrograde. And Mercury has a lot to do with technology, so we also have to be careful with our technology at this time. Definitely check us out tomorrow or on Monday, because we're going to talk all about those type of things in detail. But to me, there's definitely things we want to be careful of with our programs and AMC stock. With Mercury retrograde, we have to be careful with the brokerages. That's facts, okay? So make sure everyone has their ducks in a row. But this Mercury retrograde is going retro right on AMC's sun, okay? Luckily for us, is a positive sextile, okay? So Mercury wants AMC, especially the company management, CEO, to really go back and fine-tune the details of everything they've been doing. And it's happening in the sign of Libra, Mercury being a Libra, and it's just really making sure everything happening with AMC is at a balance with the finances. Libra has a lot to do with money because it's a Venus sign. A balance with the branding of AMC, making sure they're not getting lopsided, making sure that they're giving the people what they want. Libra, air sign, the people, relationships. You saw how they didn't accept Doge, and now they're coming back on that to accept Doge. That's a perfect example of Mercury retrograde in sign of Libra, making sure relationships are happy and in nice harmony and nice and balanced. Okay, so this is a positive aspect for AMC to really fine-tune the details of everything they're trying to do. Really make sure all the T's have crosses, all the I's have dots. Okay, so I do like this Mercury retrograde for AMC. It's on the sun, so Adam is this company CEO, the Sun Energy. So Adam is definitely behind the scenes, making sure everything is in order. And I expect when Mercury goes direct, which is October 18th, which is the same day Jupiter goes direct, and days after Pluto and Saturn go direct, and 2 days before the full moon, October 20th. Okay, so October 18th looks really, really awesome for AMC and for the whole stock market. And October 20th full moon is gonna be a fucking banger. I guarantee that one. Okay, it's gonna be probably one of the most explosive full moons that we have had in a long time, in either direction, and hopefully it's the up direction with all these planets going direct and Mercury going direct, literally making a positive aspect on AMC's sun. So I really, 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 really like that. Another thing I want to mention is the fact that Mars did return last week, meaning Mars went all around the zodiac and it went back home. Okay, and I was like, I was a little suspicious of that because Mars can represent a lot of cutting energy, a lot of warfare, because Mars is the warrior. Okay, it's passionate, wants to get things done, and we did get something very interesting done, and that is sports at AMC. Okay, Mars literally represents sports. Okay, playing sports because it's the warrior. It works with the hands. It represents sports and astrology. And right on the Mars return, AMC announced all their sports that they're going to be showing in the movie theaters, even more. And I think they're really focusing on the NFL at this point because they've already done the UFC. So that's the perfect Mars return. So that actually worked out in our favor. And the Mars for AMC is still making a positive trine to Saturn. Saturn is trying to build a strong foundation for AMC, getting things done. I mean, this is a lot of energy for AMC to get things done. Mars return. And transiting Mars is making an opposition to Uranus that is very volatile, and I do not like the Mars square the moon right here, okay? To me, that's volatility to the downside. But Mars opposite Uranus is just volatile, period, okay? So a lot of volatility coming in on Monday. And then let's see, we have Saturn making a very positive aspect to Venus making a very positive aspect to Saturn, a 0-degree conjunction. But remember, I don't really like it when Saturn or Mars is getting aspected on AMC. Not always the best energy for them. But Venus trine Jupiter is very, very lucky for expansion like energy. Jupiter is also takes care of legal matters. Venus on Saturn can also be taking care of legal matters, especially in the sign of Scorpio. So making big behind the scene moves for big transformations for the positive on AMC with this exact transit. Okay, so AMC is really strengthening their foundation, their company branding with this type of aspect. Okay, but yeah, it does look like we have some volatility coming in on Monday. We do have some positive energy with the Venus trine Jupiter right here, and then if I look at the Mercury, we also have a Mercury sextiling or Jupiter. Okay, now Jupiter is still retrograde, so it's not going to give us the full power, but I still like it. It's still pretty expansive. So there's going to be a lot of volatility to the upside and downside coming in at the beginning of the week for AMC. Let me see. I'm just going to jump around the chart and look for big aspects at this point. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so the biggest thing that changed coming into Tuesday is look at what Mars is doing. I do not really care for what that Mars is doing up here. Okay, it's opposite Uranus, super volatile. But you know, Mars is wanting to take action. AMC is wanting to take action for futuristic ideas. It being opposite Uranus right there, and especially in the sign of Aries for unique, original ideas and taking action on them. Mars square Pluto. AMC is really trying to transform itself. Okay, but for the stock. This is very cutting energy to the downside. Okay, Mars square Pluto, we've seen that before, and Mars opposite Uranus, that is very, very strong volatility. Okay, so Tuesday doesn't look that favorable, and the moon is also involved getting squared by the Mars on Tuesday, so I'm not feeling Tuesday at all. Luckily, Venus is still making a very nice trine to Jupiter. And Mercury is still making a nice sextile to the Sun. Okay, so we could come into some decent news, but Mercury is retrograde, so I doubt it. And then this Mars aspect is really cutting energy to the downside. Okay, let me look at Wednesday. Okay, so now we're looking at Wednesday, September 29th, market open. And the biggest thing that happened is we have the moon returning home to AMC's moon. That can hopefully reverse things coming into Wednesday, because that's pretty bullish energy. But look, the moon is opposite Pluto. Okay, so Pluto is getting hit hard between Mars and the moon, and that isn't the most positive energy. However, we do know the moon is an opposition, and oppositions are obstacles that can be opportunities. Tuesday looked super volatile, and Monday could just turn it right around. Okay, or excuse me, Wednesday can completely reverse that with the moon returning to the moon and being across Pluto, and it's going to conjunct Jupiter later in that day. Okay, so Wednesday looks very, very, very interesting. And then Venus is pulling away from Saturn, which I like, and is starting to make a conjunction to the midheaven. AMC is continually to make branding changes for sure. Now the Sun is still opposite Uranus. Mars is still opposite Uranus. A lot of Mars energy. Okay. Hopefully, whatever happens on Tuesday, Wednesday will reverse it, or Wednesday will continue the same energy, and even worse. Okay. But AMC is making branding changes. AMC is working behind the scenes. I think we all need to remember that, okay? And with this Mercury retrograde, we need to wait for that to go forward again. October is going to be a very, very extremely interesting month. I'm looking at this week as a straight consolidation period, damage control period, okay? As long as we don't drop too much and we stay on that yellow line that I showed you guys around the $39 mark, coming into the new moon, we should see some really good positive upside. And the end of October I'm very bullish for October, okay? Especially the end of October around that full moon on the October 20th, all right? But yes, this week does look volatile. So far, I'm seeing more bad than good. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I have to keep it honest with you guys. I hope you guys appreciate my honesty. If you guys appreciate this content, want to show support, go ahead and hit that like, and let me know what you guys think. All right, if you guys think I'm wrong, it's okay to say it. I am curious. I hope I am wrong. I hope we squeeze next week. Okay. And I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Check us out at the Market Moonlord. It's our Discord. A lot of good people in there. And if you're new here and haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's jump into Thursday. Okay, so a positive transit that came into Thursday is the moon is now making a nice trine to the midheaven. The moon does do good in Cancer for AMC. But it's not like a, automatic thing, but it is a positive place for the moon to be, and it is making a positive aspect to the midheaven of AMC, the company reputation. But the moon is coming into the bottom of the waning period, and the moon is weak right now. Okay, so I cannot put too much weight on that. Now the sun is squaring the moon now, and I do not like that. The moon is kind of getting beat up on AMC this week. All right, the moon is square the moon, or sun is square the moon, and is conjunct Mars, and it's opposite Uranus. This is super volatile, and this does not look positive at being a square to the moon. Now the Venus over here is now off of Saturn, which I'm very happy about. So there's a little bit of a release of tension potentially with that energy, and now it's on top of the midheaven 0 degrees. So we could come into Thursday with some interesting energy with Venus being on top of here, and we could get some news, some brand new changes with AMC, or since Venus is in the transformational sign of Scorpio, the sign of resources, takeovers, we could come into a new partnership agreement on Thursday, which could act as a catalyst, okay? Because Venus is 0 degrees on the midheaven, can be a climax type energy, a new chapter, new beginning, new branding, new ideas, new relationships for the stock, okay? Now, the sun is still opposite Uranus. Mars is still square the Pluto, square the moon, and still opposite Uranus. Super volatile, super volatile all week. All right, so I'm expecting a lot of ups and downs, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get us to close underneath $40 a couple times this week. Okay, let's jump into Friday. Okay, so a couple interesting things have happened here. So now Neptune is making a trine to the midheaven, and a trine to Saturn is 0 degrees, or excuse me, not 0 degrees. It's retrograde. Okay. And so it's going backwards to Neptune, is making a 0 degrees square to Mercury, which has been there for a long time. But now it's making positive aspects to Saturn in the midheaven, and I cannot be mad at that. This is new energy for AMC to be creative. Yeah, it's really, really good for creative projects. AMC is trying to do some things very creative. Very, very creative. Energy for AMC. All right, so they're creatively working on something. Venus, the artist, also up there, involved in this mix. It's a lot of creative energy for AMC coming into October. Okay, we're on October 1st today. All right, so October is going to be an interesting month for AMC. Now, the sun is now doing exactly what Mars is doing. It's square Pluto, square the moon, opposite Uranus. I do not like that at all. Very volatile, though. The moon is now making positive aspects to Mars and trine Uranus. So Uranus is finally getting some positivity in the mix has been getting opposed by Mars and the Sun pretty much all week, but now we come into Friday and it's getting a sextile to Saturn and the Moon. Okay, so Friday might be a good day. All right, if Friday might be a good day because Uranus has been just getting nothing but oppositions, and then Friday suddenly gets good aspects. Okay, so Friday might be a good day, and Venus on top of the midheaven, 0 degrees. Okay, so yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. To me, I'm not really gonna get excited until after this week, coming into the new moon. That's when your boy can be excited again. Until then, I'm just waiting and buying the dips. Okay. So if you guys have any opinions or any thoughts on this DD, let me know. Tell me, guys, what you think is going to happen next week. I'm curious if there's anyone else, any YouTubers contradicting what I'm saying. Let me know. I'm very curious. But overall, guys, we simply need to do what we always do and buy and hold. Wait until the new moon. Hope for a full moon pop to the right side this time. And I think we're going to get it on this October 20th full moon. Keep in mind, tomorrow or on Monday, we do have Mercury retrograde. It's a big deal for the entire world. Me and Emily are going to go live and give you guys some readings and some precautions and all that good stuff for the Mercury retrograde. And if you guys appreciate this video, want to show support, go ahead and hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. If you're new here, haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're a Moon Lord and you're not on our Discord, you're missing out. Check us out at the Market Moon Lord. Great people in there. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching this video. I'm Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. Until next time, peace.
Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune.